temperatures. Let's walk you through it. Temperatures very cold this morning, 5 to 8 degrees colder than this time yesterday. As we head toward midday, we'll start to climb into the low 20s, ending up in the upper 20s through the afternoon with mostly sunny skies. We'll stay dry this evening, a few clouds around overnight. It is going to be another cold night as we're back into the teens heading into early Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon is when I think you'll notice a difference as far as the temperatures go. Skies mostly sunny, temperatures make it above freezing, and we'll do better than that. I think a lot of spots are in the upper 30s through the afternoon. Our stretch of sunshine comes to an end heading into Friday. We've got colder air that will be moving in. An Arctic front will be sliding through, and that's going to bring our snow chances.
Colder temperatures trying to sweep back into the region just in time to wrap up the week. In fact, an Arctic blast builds in for a day or so, and then we warm right back up. But we got to get through that cold air first. It will drop our lows back down into the single digits as we get into Friday night and early Saturday morning before we start that turnaround once again. Now, it's still well to our north, but as we get into Thursday evening and night, an Arctic cold front will push on through. We'll get into those colder temperatures through the night with some snow around and tapping into some lake effect snow as well heading into Friday. And with those cold temperatures and blustery wind, those wind chills will be dropping too. Let's go ahead and fast forward you into Friday morning behind that cold front. I do look for temperatures into the low teens, and then through the day Friday, our temperatures only climbing back in the low to middle teens. So we're going to stay cold throughout the day. As we get into Friday evening and night, we'll drop those temperatures down into the single digits. And of course, you factor in the wind, and those wind chill readings are even colder. We will be below zero through a good part of Friday with some blustery wind around. And of course, keeping those wind chill readings, how it feels on your skin, a little bit colder on through the day. Now, as far as snow goes, we'll go ahead and pick this up Thursday afternoon. Quiet weather expected ahead of the cold front. But as we get into Thursday evening, especially later in the evening as that cold front sweeps on in, you can expect a little blast of snow with the cold front, laying down a quick coating as it sweeps on through Thursday night into early Friday morning. Then we're going to get into some lake effect snow showers, and if you're caught underneath one of these vans, these are spraying in off of the Great Lakes with those cold temperatures around. A very light, fluffy snow expected, but enough to reduce visibility and lay down an inch or two with any of these bands moving on through. They will be moving. That'll keep that intense accumulation down slightly as these spray across the area, but some snow definitely around as we wrap up the week.
For travel conditions, we're going to have an elevated risk of encountering black ice or some snowy roads, especially secondary roads, overnight into the morning. During at least the early morning commute through mid-morning, we'll be watching that closely. Second half of the day, I don't expect a whole lot of problems. In fact, we may see the sun pop out briefly tomorrow as high pressure tries to build into the region and keep things rather quiet the next few days after we get this cold front through and this batch of light precipitation out of the region. So on Future Tracker, notice tomorrow morning, this is overnight, and you see that swath of snow setting up just to our south, including close to Pittsburgh. Morning travels to our southeast have a higher risk of encountering snowy roads. For us, we'll be watching for our temperatures dropping, a few flurries and patchy slick spots. Now, as we go through the day, we'll have clouds around early on. The trend into the afternoon will be for some scattering of those, allowing for perhaps a glimpse of sun. It wouldn't help much with temperatures. We only go up to about mid-20s for highs tomorrow. And then into tomorrow night, it's scattered cloud coverage. I expect lows back down in the teens where we start things off again on Wednesday. So some colder morning drives here. Wednesday, a quiet day, and we'll once again have a chance for clouds to clear, giving us some sunshine. Wednesday actually looks like a pretty decent day. It's about upper 20s that we'll have for our high temperatures. After Wednesday, Thursday also trending quiet, we're watching this cold front approaching. It'll bring an increase in clouds. We may still get a little bit of sun early Thursday there. And then this Arctic front coming through Thursday night into Friday brings some of the coldest air that we've had since our Christmas week Arctic blast. It sets us up for a little bit of lake effect snow to wrap up the week here. You'll see the impact of that on those temperatures in the 70s. So 16, that's what I'm looking at for a low tonight. It's going to take until probably about mid-morning for us to get there, but a much colder start to your day, and could still see a flurry around. 24, that high temperature. Again, tomorrow a pretty quiet day outside of a chance for a flurry early in the morning, and then temperatures in the upper 20s Wednesday. Thursday, it's upper 30s. It's a brief spike there before that colder air moves in for your Friday. It'll be blustery with highs in the teens, but feeling colder. In fact, Friday night into Saturday, likely to see wind chills dropping below zero. We'll see highs staying in the teens Saturday before we start warming things back up to end the weekend. Warming air coming in with this storm system. Tomorrow's highs back in the 50s, but it does look like the last day we'll be seeing temperatures as warm, at least for the next several days. A lot of moisture is going to work into the valley here tonight and through tomorrow. This is a look at potential rainfall totals. I'm expecting that range to be right around about 3/4 of an inch of rain over the next 24 hours before we head onto the cold side of this system and see things mixing over to some snow. Now, there is a severe component with this system. Not too common to see this risk in January, but into western and central Ohio especially, that level 2 of 5 on the severe outlook shaded in yellow. And what we're watching for in particular out here, there's actually the potential for some isolated rotating gusty storms out there. This is the tornado risk level shaded here through western and parts of central Ohio. Now, that severe threat ends just as it approaches our western borders. Storms don't know, though, to stay within the lines. It's something we're going to watch closely. I'll show you this on Future Tracker, what I'm talking about. That's not for tonight. Tonight, we're just going to see rain. That's all we're dealing with across the region here, and these steadier batches of showers will be working in through the next few hours. By about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I expect rain reaching the ground, continuing through that morning drive, all morning long, a decent shot at encountering some steady rainfall. As we come up on the afternoon, we catch a break. In fact, I'm looking for the clouds to try and break up a bit, getting us into a window for at least some peeps of sun, where temperatures jump to about mid-50s. That's not good news for the folks in western Ohio. They'll see that sun a little earlier in the day. It helps spike temperatures a little higher, and strong winds in the atmosphere above will fuel some thunderstorms developing here. Now, what I'm going to be watching with those is how quickly they decay after sunset. The arrival here is looking mainly after sunset, but with strong winds in the atmosphere, a few of these could tap into some of that gusty wind and perhaps be a little gusty when arriving on our western border. So we'll be watching for that between about 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. As we go past 9 o'clock, the threat for storms ending quickly as colder air pours in behind this cold front here, and we'll start watching for some snow mixing in with that rain overnight into your Friday morning. During the day Friday, well, it's scattered snow showers as temps continue to drop, but notice 10 a.m. here, we're at or mainly above freezing. Most of what falls during our daylight hours Friday, I expect to melt. Into Friday evening, though, as temperatures get a little colder, we could see some accumulating snow in spots, perhaps a window here for a little bit of slick travel in a few areas, so we'll keep an eye on that. But this is the start of a stretch of active weather where we're going to have several chances for snow in the coming days. There's another storm system I'm watching into Sunday where we have to keep a close eye on the track of this. This could allow for a potential for some accumulating snow to wrap the weekend and kick off the work week. Then behind that, another system coming through into our Wednesday brings the risk for some snow showers to the valley. So yeah, it looks like we're going to start paying up for this mild January that we've had so far. 35 tonight, rain developing. I do expect wet weather around through much of that morning drive. And as we get into the afternoon, we'll be watching for that little bit of a break that comes with a chance for a little bit of sun. And then watching for that threat for storms into the evening here before we get that colder air pouring in on the backside of the system. The rest of the forecast looking a little colder. Some snow showers around on your Friday. Saturday, small chance for a flurry in the morning. Watching that storm system Sunday. That risk for snow carries over into your Monday. And then another storm system approaching Wednesday that also brings the chance for snow.